currently 6:36 PST. So market just opened, and what I'm looking at is for a sort of reaction off of this 5-minute fair value gap right here. This is a, what do we got here? Like a 26-point candle. And so I'm currently waiting for price to break above this gap right here. Kind of leaning towards bullish because we have these objectives right here. And looking at it right here, we have these draws on liquidity. We have this London high that it tapped off of. We have this internal high and all-time highs. We have the low that price swept, took out liquidity. You can see this small little wick right here. And we're kind of making a U formation, bullish formation. It swept out internal Asia, all of this right here. It didn't fully take out the low, but that's okay because we are making an MSS right here, market structure shift. And so if we can break above this gap right here, then we're chilling. We already broke above this gap right here, so jumping down to the lower time frame, you can see we're making higher lows. So kind of reversing the trend right here. We did sweep this, causing us to break down again, but again we made a higher low, and as you can see we are starting to climb again to target these draws on liquidity. So I'm in my top step right here, and I am going to be targeting kind of something like this. I'm going to just plop this for kind of something like this with my loss down here, jumping down to the smaller time frame of 30 seconds, and just looking for like a small little entry. Okay, getting rid of this 5-minute gap, we're gonna go over to this one right here. I'm gonna sort of use this filled-in candle because sometimes with a doji candle I don't necessarily use the wick so much, because when you have such a long wick on the top and a long wick on the bottom, for me I use mostly just the candle because it's a small candle. But as you can see, it tapped into the candle body and we're getting a rejection down. So personally, I'm just going to take this quick little short and see what happens here. I'm just going to target down back to the trend, and if I get rejected back up all the way to the top of the box, then I'm just going to exit out. Yes, I probably should have lowered my contract sizing because I'm down quite a bit already. But yeah, if it taps up to this, I'm going to get out. I'm just looking for price to reject back down one more time into this little gap right here. Right here. Although it did already one time. I'll just give her this. And I'll make this kind of like that. So price does want to remain bullish, which leads me to believe that we will be targeting higher. And if it will retrace back down after this, then I'll be chilling. And let's see here. Is it enough to sweep back down? Was a big wick, so maybe it'll come back down and then head back up. So if it does come back down, I will be entering longs, only because we can see that price wants higher. So holy shit.
Order filled.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, I should probably just call it. That was insane. This was, honestly, this was just like yesterday. This was just like yesterday. Okay, let's, oh my god. Oh my god. All right. This was just like yesterday. So we're going to look at yesterday real quick. So as you can see, market's coming down. It swept out the low, right? It made a double bottom and it swept out the low, right? Predicting that we were going to go higher. So we're just going to look at yesterday real quick. So that was insane. That was like $900 right there. But, oh my God. All right. Where is yesterday? Is this yesterday? Thursday at something a.m. 4, 5, 6. Where is it? Which day was it? Sorry, let me try to find it. I think it was it this day? I think it was this day right here. It could have been this day right here. This was on Tuesday. All right, let me see if I can zoom in on Tuesday on like the 1 minute or some shit. Dude, that trade was crazy. Let me see what it's doing. Yeah, okay, perfect. All right, so Tuesday. Wednesday, so Tuesday. Wednesday. Honestly, Wednesday did the same thing. Boom. Price came down, made the low. We were sweeping lower, come up higher. Looks like we're going to go higher. Boom. Swept down low, consolidating before going higher. It's like the morning manipulation since the government's closed is like so unpredictable. Honestly, I could have gotten destroyed right there. But I just had a feeling I wanted to retest one more time. Going back into Tuesday. Okay, same thing. Same thing kind of happened. Asia low, market's coming back up. We're trying to sweep the high. Boom. Sweeps it one more time. It actually swept it one. It's like, okay, market's coming back up. Boom, sweeps it again. Comes back up. Boom, before going higher. It's like, what is happening? But it is what it is. We made our money and we got out of there. I should have ultimately sized a little bit lower because I don't need to be sizing with two minis, 20 micros, but lesson learned there. And ultimately, what I think is going to happen in the next hour or two is we are going to. Sorry, it's lagging because I'm using the screen recording, but is we're probably going to either bounce off of like this internal gap right here that we broke through. So it's going to try to come up, bounce off of these draws on liquidity, and come back down to take out Asia and New York lows. Or we're just going to rip back up through all-time highs. That's what I think is going to happen. And using 4-hour global M2, we can kind of get an idea of what might happen. Right? If this thing's going to load, let's use the daily. Okay, daily, global M2. Okay, we could see down, down, which is right here. Up, sideways, ups, down, boom, 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 boom. So it's probably just going to go up and rip past all-time high. Maybe. It's my guess. It's going to keep going up. But yeah, you can see price came down, had another low, and it's just going to keep coming up. Now we have this huge gap on the 30-minute or 30-second, 1 minute, and this should be like 42 points or something. 43 points. So that is a fat fair value gap. So that is valid to trade off of. So basically, once price chooses to break above this or reject off the midpoint right here, that's when you can take a trade. And just like I was saying, is once price breaks above this, it's going to be targeting all of these draws on liquidity. So that's a trade. We're done for the day. Thanks for tuning in to the live session. And it's Friday. That's going to be my week right there. Let's see what my week looks like right now. 1,500, 2,400, 805. So we're currently up almost 5,000 on the week. And yeah, thanks for watching. Drop a comment if you have any questions about how I analyze the market. Leave a like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna go enjoy my weekend, and I'll see you guys on Monday. Peace out, dogs.